Okay, my name is Mike Battersby. I'm British. I'm now 68. In a couple of months I'll be 69. She recommended to use it because our doctor had recommended it, and I started taking it. And I always found that it made me feel good. I had energy, and I've been taking it about 10 years. My friend who was in Rick in Houston came over last October. He said, "Hey Mike," he said, "my son's going to be doing the Houston Ironman, you know, the one we did in 2012. I said, "Oh, right." He said, "I'm actually thinking of doing it with him." So I said immediately, and it must have been the pint of Guinness, I said, "If you do it, I'll do it." And that was last October. Here's the deal, right? From October until the event, which was in April the 6th, is about 6 months, and Chinese New Year and Christmas and everything in, I had to train every single day, no days off. So you had a swim and a run, or a run and a bike, and every single day. You were doing 16 hours of training, up to 16 hours of training every single week. So I asked our doctor, Nellie, and Dr. Chong, and she's like, "Okay, you're crazy." She always says that to me. "You're crazy, but here's what you need to do. You need to take double the dose of Celergen, and you need to take NGF." I took two Celergen every day. Now, Celergen I found helps me, but can we really prove it really helps me? What I found is by taking two, and the fact I was doing so much training, my recovery time was dramatically reduced. I could actually go swimming in the morning and go out for a 60k, 100k ride in the evening, or vice versa, or even go for a run. And just to give you an idea, every Saturday towards the end of the training, I had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and do a 6 to 6.5 hour ride, because what I needed to do is I needed to cycle the distance, which was 180 kilometers, then get off the bike and then go run 10k. But after I did that, I'd walk into the house, have a cup of coffee, sit down and watch the TV. I wasn't wrecked. Yeah. And now in my bag here, look, this is my little bag I carry when I go out cycling. In there, look, is my little first aid kit, 2 Celergen, just in case I forget to take them. So anyway, we did the Houston Ironman on the 26th of April of last year, and that's, as I say, one and done. A lot of people do the first one and never do another one. I've done the same one twice now, and I finished it within the cut-off time, and I'm still wearing, like 6 months later, I'm still wearing the band. That'll be on me until I die probably, because it was such an achievement. I'm so chuffed to bits. Ding ding, ding ding, ding ding. The Houston Ironman was in 2012. The last one, which was in 2025, that's 14 years. Yeah, I think the biggest thing I've learned is, number one, you got to train correctly. Number two is nutrition, and everything has changed dramatically. Yeah, and you know, everything you drink on the bike, everything you eat, the way in which you diet, everything is really changed dramatically, and everything has improved things. However, one of the biggest things for me, as I'm older, right? I was 68 when I did it. What that means is, unlike a young person who can recover like a 15 or a 16 or 18-year-old, they can go run, come back, and run and come back, and the recovery is very quick. The recovery time as you get older, right? Not that it's not important when you're younger, gets longer, it gets harder, and you get injured quicker, right? But what I found with Celergen is, by taking Celergen, I mitigated that. I mitigated the actual recovery time. It took me a shorter time to actually recover than it probably used to do. In fact, if I think back to my training when I did in Houston, I found it quite difficult to do 2 full training sessions in a day. Whereas 14 years on, taking correct nutrition and taking Celergen helped dramatically. So yeah, Celergen really helped me on the recovery times, and I think that's what people will notice. Yeah, everything else Celergen will help you, right? But from a sportsman standpoint is your recovery time, because you can measure that. I ride 4 times a week, every week, and I keep fit, and I keep taking my Celergen, and I won't stop.